Every time I look at ASAP Rocky, I'm so proud of my boy that he finally got Rihanna. Salute. But just to imagine that this man is laying down with Rihanna at night and shooting his homies in the daytime. A couple of years ago, if you didn't forget, ASAP Rocky actually got locked up coming off of a plane in LA, and everybody was confused about what happened. Now, it's finally getting to the point now where it comes to trial time, and this guy actually broke the whole thing down, so we're going to get right into it. Real quick question off top. If your friend dies and you have the most money out of the clique, are you required to pay for the funeral? Let me know the answer to that question, and let's get right in.
TikTok's back, I guess. So what better way to kick things off than with the story? The story of why A$AP Rocky got arrested for attempted... Y'all ain't know A$AP Rocky facing 25 years? Damn. What is what happened? Now, first things first, for those of you that don't know, his name isn't A$AP Rocky. His name is Rocky. Well, his name is Rakim, but his stage name is Rocky. A$AP is the group he's a part of. Here's A$AP Yams, A$AP Ferg, and a couple other A$AP folk. And hey, this guy's also part of the group. His name is A$AP Relli, but he's the guy A$AP Rocky allegedly... I know what you're thinking. Wait a second, you just said they was part of the same group. A$AP, I know what I said, but that don't change the facts though. Because you see, A$AP Rocky had a problem. He was always the face of the A$AP crew and all its affiliates. Hey look, it's Playboy Cardi who got his career started as being an A$AP affiliate. Now, A$AP Rocky, when you're the face of the crew, people always sort of look to you to provide. Because yeah, you Mr. Money Boy now. So some people in your group are just kind of going to expect you to make the big purchases.
Can't do that
friends, though. You know? And that's how this whole thing began. In A$AP Relli's words, the guy who A$AP Rocky allegedly, he said, look, our friend passed away, another A$AP crew member. I figured A$AP Rocky was going to pay for the funeral.
I figured is where you messed up. We all adults here, you know what I'm saying? And I feel that when you expect somebody to put up certain money, then you're not even, you're just overwriting what their issues is. Yes, A$AP Rocky was probably making a lot of money at that time, but I feel like the group was making a lot of money at that time. And maybe if this was something that affected everybody, that there should have been a group effort. Maybe he put up 60% or something, but maybe he didn't want to pay for the whole funeral. And I think that that makes a lot of sense. A lot of people expect you to do things because you got money. And then the people without money, they like, oh, why he not spending none of that money? That's how you don't stay rich. Always spending money all the damn time. You feel me? So it's I kind of feel him on that. Let's get back in.
When I found out he didn't, I texted him saying, look, you changed, bro. But he says, uh-oh, A$AP Rocky ain't texting back. He's saying all this in court, by the way. He said, A$AP Rocky ain't texting back, so I got a little heated. He said, then Rocky and I eventually get on the phone, and A$AP Rocky talking about something. I was going to say something to you, but they told me if you got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all, so I ain't say nothing to you. He said, what? So A$AP Relli said that's when their relationship pretty much soured. Then later on, A$AP Rocky hits him up saying, yo, you in LA? Relli said, yeah, I'm in LA. A$AP Rocky said, what hotel you at? A$AP Relli said, I ain't like how he said that, so I gave him a different hotel. A$AP Relli says they eventually meet up, and here's where things start to get wicked. Now there's video surveillance of almost everything that happens next, and that's important, so I need you to listen closely. So you see Relli allegedly walking up to an alleged, just pretend I'm saying allegedly after everything. So you see Relli walking up to A$AP Rocky. They get in a little scuffle. Relli says at this point he was shocked because he thought they was just gonna talk. He says he knows A$AP Rocky. A$AP Rocky is not really, that nuck and buck.
But why would you whip out a strap on your friend? Like, guys, have you ever gotten into a situation with your friends or argument or fight, and then you pulled out I've never, ever felt like I have to pull out something on him. Ever. I just never felt like that.
And that's very important to the story as well, because A$AP Rocky is known to be a fashion boy, not really a violent type, in his own words as well. A$AP Rocky also had two other members of the A$AP crew behind him. Now, they all know each other.
What?
So the other A$AP members were just standing there. They were like, oh, damn. A$AP Rocky then pushes A$AP Relli out of the camera range. The other members of the A$AP crew jump in to separate them. They're like, no, y'all doing too much. Now remember, they were out of the camera range on this side. When the other crew members came to separate them, they start pushing Relli back in the camera range. A$AP Rocky then comes back in the camera range and starts reaching in his waistband. Then visibly pulls out a ting. But then they go out the camera range on this side. Remember what I just said, A$AP Rocky, the fashion boy. So A$AP Relli like, bro, I known you since you're not gonna do nothing. And well, he was right. A$AP Rocky didn't do anything. A$AP Rocky walks back in the camera range. You see him put the ting away, and A$AP Relli says himself, Rocky did nothing.
But why would you even pull it out?
Things start to get wickeder. A$AP Rocky is walking away. A$AP Relli says, okay, at this point, I was a little mad. A$AP Relli basically starts telling Rocky, you a sellout. You got a little money and you switched up on your boys. You got some of your boys still in the projects. He said one of our boys addicted to, I think it's this group member he was talking about, addicted to, and you ain't help him out, Rocky. He says,
you can't get nobody addicted to anything. They got to get themselves addicted. See, there's a lot of accountability is the key. And write accountability in the comments if you could agree, man. If you're not taking accountability for your own life, please don't push that on to me or other people. Because if you didn't take out accountability time to do accountability for yourself, don't waste your time with it for me. And that's the thing. People will push that on you. And now it's your problem that somebody else got an issue. No, you got to face your own things and stop pushing it on other people. So I kind of like, they want him to be like they daddy. It's like, nah,
this
that's crazy.
Is when Rocky lost it, turns around and starts letting them things go. He said at this point he started jumping behind other group members talking about, oh, that boy Rocky busting. He said then one of his knuckles got grazed, but that was it, and everybody scattered. They allegedly have this part on video too, but it's super blurry. Now, here's the issue. Half of that story was caught on camera, but the other half, the important parts, were just the word of A$AP Relli. So let's go back to earlier in the story. This whole thing started because A$AP Relli said, A$AP Rocky, you didn't pay for our boy's funeral arrangements. You switched up. Well, it turns out A$AP Rocky did pay for the funeral arrangements.
Wow.
A$AP Relli goes, oh yeah, A$AP Rocky did pay for the funeral arrangements. But I found out after we already started arguing. Does that make sense? A$AP Relli thought A$AP Rocky didn't pay for their friend's funeral arrangements, so they started arguing. Somebody probably hit up A$AP Relli earlier talking about, bro, you look stupid. He did pay for the funeral arrangements.
Wow.
But at this point, too much stuff has been said. They're already arguing. Now, why am I telling you this? Because in court, A$AP Rocky's lawyers basically want to prove that A$AP Rocky's a pretty decent guy, and A$AP Relli is just a jealous, hating friend that wants to start stuff for money. The police said, hating friend this, hating friend that. If A$AP Rocky let them things go in broad daylight, he going to jail. A$AP Rocky's lawyer then starts to pop off. He says, well, for one, the only person saying that A$AP Rocky, somebody, is A$AP Relli, the jealous friend. Nobody else said nothing.
That's crazy.
For two, police. When y'all went to the scene, did y'all find any evidence? The police said, no, we didn't find any evidence. But then, this part's important, A$AP Relli himself goes back to the scene and finds shell casings as evidence and gives them to you.
Oh my God.
He said, yeah, that is what happened. And honestly, that in itself is so ridiculous, it'll probably be enough to get A$AP Rocky out of jail. A$AP Relli heard they ain't find any evidence, so he went back to the scene and says, police, I found evidence here. On top of that, the police raided A$AP Rocky's home because an alleged is very serious, and they found, but they were registered, and they didn't help the case, meaning those maybe didn't match the one used in the whole altercation. On top of that, the judge starts to get a little sarcastic with A$AP Relli, because A$AP Relli didn't report any of this happened until a few days later. And remember, he said he got, so the judge's like, you got, A$AP Relli's like, yeah, my knuckles got grazed. The judge is like, wow, I'm so glad you're safe. But all of that being said, that don't mean A$AP Rocky ain't do this. And that's why there's gonna be a trial, because an altercation did happen on camera, so it's up to a jury to decide. Side note, A$AP Relli is also suing A$AP Rocky for $25,000, like saying emotional damage and stuff like that. And that's why A$AP Rocky's lawyer is saying, yo, he's doing all of this for money. But at the end of the day, a trial hasn't happened yet, so I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Yo, you know what's crazy is like, yo, you can't trust people, bro. You just can't, man. If you agree, right, you can't. You can't trust people, bro. Even a day-to-day person, you got to just think it might happen. And it's sad to say, but I'd rather think that it could probably happen than act crazy when it do happen. His friend is in there talking about he done got evidence and bringing in evidence and he want to sue him. And it's just a lot of catty things that a lot of people go through on a day-to-day. A lot of groups, a lot of organizations go through. A lot of friendships crumble because of things like this, because people always think that they could be slick and try to get the upper hand over other people. You know what I mean? In this situation, should ASAP have reacted that way? No, because you know the type of little petty-ass dude this is. He a little petty dude. He'll sue you for 25 racks. So you know what I would have did is something petty for him. I would have did something for a rack and just got on his good side and cut his ass off and left it at that. You see what I'm saying? One rack is a lot different than paying millions of dollars in court. In New York, I think, I think New York or LA, that's a lot of money. Especially when you a high profile or celebrity and all this other stuff. So is it worth it at the end of the day? No, but people are always going to say principle. And is it right that he stole from him? No, but is it right that he should have? My thing is, why shoot at the person that you going to graze? Some people will look at that as a crazy thought, but it's the truth. I'm not going to do all of that and then graze. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. On this channel, we like to have open combos like this. I like to pull up a video that I find on the internet, react to it with y'all. All my other channels are above my head. Make sure you subscribe, hit the top bell, and you know what? I'm out of here.